The World Education Portals, WEPS for short, offers online services and content to universities, educational institutes, teachers, professors, and students globally. WEPS is a result of various projects that have been supported by the European Union, the National Science Foundation, the Academy of Finland. The work that has resulted to this service has been done at the Florida State University, at University of Helsinki, George Mason University, Texas A&M University, and Northwestern. My name is Mika Seppälä. I'm the founder of the WEPS project. The starting point is that rich online courses with advanced assessment, meaningful automatic feedback to students, and on-time instruction interventions will yield better results than traditional face-to-face courses in large sections. Proof of that theorem is the WEPS Analysis 1 course offered at the University of Helsinki in fall 2011. Analysis 1 is a proof-based calculus course. It was offered in the fall 2011 at the University of Helsinki in Finnish in the traditional mode, in Swedish in the traditional mode, and to Finnish students in English in an online mode. The grade average of the online students in the final examination was 20% higher than that of the traditional sections. That experiment, or as I stated before, theorem, resulted to several projects supported by the National Science Foundation and Academy of Finland. National Science Foundation reported about these activities in its press release entitled International Teams Target Innovations in STEM Learning. With correct technology, WEP's massive open online courses can be used to teach 1,000 students with the same effort as what it takes to teach 10 students. WEP's courses contain traditional components. First of all, there are lectures, which are short YouTube-type videos, and similar videos about solved problems on various topics. Lectures are presented in certain cases at 3 different levels: gentle, normal, and rigorous. They are available as videos and PDF files for note-taking, and they are accompanied by exercises and assessment, quizzes and homework. All this is traditional, and that is being used at many places. In addition to this, we have peer-reviewed workshops, discussion forums, which are widely used, social media, and advanced learning analytics supporting students. Social media is the Facebook domain for discussions about the course, or the Twitter feeds, Twitter hashtag for these WEPS courses. The WEPS materials are presented on a Moodle page. You can see this type of listing: limits of functions, handout, slides, slideshow, and so forth, solve problems on limits of functions, handout, and then exercises. The most advanced WEPS quizzes are stack quizzes, which offer questions based on problem templates. For example, here we have a question: integrate e to the negative 3x with respect to x. The student types his or her answer in the box indicated. As the student starts typing the answer, in this case minus e caret opening parenthesis negative 3x has been written, then the system monitors what the student types and says that your last answer was interpreted as follows, and that this answer is invalid. You have a missing right bracket in the expression, the brackets are incorrectly nested in the expression, and you seem to be missing a multiplication character. So this system helps students to get the answer in the right form. So the student proceeds and types further, and the system monitors all the time what the student is typing. When the student has written minus e caret opening parenthesis -3 star x closing parenthesis plus, the system says that this answer is now invalid because it has an invalid final character. Students add constant of integration c, and then the answer seems to be what the student may have wanted to type in, and this is ready for submission and grading. Now this particular answer, as one can quickly see, is incorrect, and the system tells that to the student, but not only that, the system gives step-by-step solution for this particular problem, so the student may learn from this. So, you did not get it, take the quiz again, says the system to the student, and when the student does that, he gets the problem integrate e to the -5x with respect to x. So this is now a different problem. Previously it was e to the -3x with respect to x. Now the student cannot copy the answer of the previous solution. The student must do the computation again, which in this case is not very difficult. Students usually love these quizzes and take them typically more than 10 times to get a perfect result. Peer-reviewed workshops contain problems that are given to the students, and students are requested to submit solution by a certain deadline, and after that deadline is passed, students are shown a correct solution and asked to grade the submissions of 5 fellow students. There is a submission deadline and then there's a grading deadline. When the submission deadline has passed, the system will show these model solutions to the students, and based on these model solutions, student will do the grading. The workshop problems are more difficult than the quiz problems and typically require more work. Here is an example of a workshop: integrate dx divided by cube root of x plus fifth root of x. This is integration of which a example has been shown to the students in the sets of solved problems, and the students are then now requested to apply the same methods in this case. When students have submitted, they will grade others, and here you see a workshop being in the assessment phase. Students are grading, and one can see from the display that the teacher sees that students have graded some people and some people not quite yet. These workshops, in my view, are a very powerful instructional tool because it requires students not only to solve problems, but then master the solutions of all the given problems. They must do that in order to be able to grade their fellow students. The system will then grade the grading of the students based on certain artificial intelligence, and the workshop grade for students depend on the grade for their submission and for the grade of their grading. This is quite sophisticated. Students studying with online methods and courses have various backgrounds and various cognitive skills. Some are strong in three-dimensional thinking, some are oral learners, some are visual learners, some are well motivated, some less, some are older, some are younger, ethnicity, sex, mother tongue, handicaps, and preparation all sets students in different positions. WEPS Educational Research wants to cater for all these students and wants to develop courses and services that can help all students to succeed better. The phenomena of learning, teaching, and authoring is multidimensional. The dimensions of this phenomena are cognitive skills of students, as listed: motivation, age, and so forth. A student who is blind will listen. A student who is deaf will read, and so forth. so students have different ways of studying. In order to understand what happens in a course, WEPS has developed two-dimensional projections of courses. Here you see a picture of what happened in a Calculus 1 course at the University of Helsinki last fall. Students study differently. Here are the study paths of 4 top students of this Calculus 1 course at the University of Helsinki last fall. One studied in a mixed way, studied videos, PDF files, workshops and quizzes, and other students focused on quizzes. These are the green symbols, large green symbols. Another student focused on workshops, and the fourth students focused on videos. But all these 4 different students got the top grade. These services are offered to students, to instructors, to institutes, to educational institutes globally, anywhere at myweps.com. On this screenshot of the service you can see a poster of the Big Data in Education conference that we had at the University of Helsinki in October of 2013. That conference was about these learning analytic techniques and methods briefly explained just a moment ago. These methods allow us to help students individually. Here you see a sunburst diagram of a group of students, how they studied. Some were active, some less. Some were successful and some not so successful. We want to help each student to achieve the best possible result. WEPS services are being used at a number of different universities. This list is not comprehensive. There are other universities who use WEPS academic courses in a different mode. These universities listed here develop WEPS courses and use WEPS in their own teaching. This is an invitation. Join WEPS, empower your teaching with advanced learning analytics, use existing WEPS materials, you can edit them, they are released under Creative Commons license, and share your resources so that we can all serve our students better. Thank you for your attention. The World Education Portals is at your disposal.